What's the word on?
Besides the Celtics doing work, and besides the Clippers doing, I mean the Mavs doing work. We was talking about Euphoria and just kind of looking more into like there was things that I missed. Lee. I didn't know that Drake produced a show called Euphoria, and that's why Kendrick Lamar named the song Euphoria.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
That yeah,
it's
I
a
know that.
lot of you gotta read in between the lines of Kendrick's song and find there's more to find if you rewind type activity. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
Oh
facts.
yeah, Breezy. That
I know of that.
yeah, the breeze.
Well,
I forgot. Did you hear about the beginning when it's in reverse? Like what that
yeah,
meant?
no. Brockwork said that. He says, yo, but the beginning of the song Euphoria, that's Richard Pryor. He says Kendrick got them to pay it backwards, where Pryor was saying everything they say about me is true. So I think,
Yeah,
yeah,
in the yeah in the Wiz where they was exposing Richard Pryor for being a fraud, and he had to come out and expose himself and say, yeah, everything about me is true. I'm a fraud. So that's I ain't gonna lie, that's a layer. That's another layer. I mean,
well, go ahead,
Kendrick just
break it
calculated
down. Why though? Break it down. Why? Mr. Lay, talk to me, huh?
because the biggest thing that people was misunderstanding is Kendrick don't like Drake, and you gotta understand he from the West Coast. Like he don't like Drake because of his music. Like don't get it twisted. It's not he make bad music. He doesn't like Drake because of that. He don't like Drake because of his what he stands for. Like him as a person, his character in hip hop. He don't like Drake because he always use blackness when it seems to benefit him. He don't talk about issues. At least from my perspective, he don't talk about issues that's going on in the world. There's nothing to get from his music that's knowledgeable. And not to say Drake got to do any of that. Like he doing good the way he is, but for you to be in a black culture, hip hop always talked about something. It always talked about. It was always a message in hip hop. It was always lessons. We use hip hop to talk about our traumas as black people and our ways in the world. Drake has, for lack of a better word, he's never grown up like that. He never grown up like Kendrick, who grew up in Compton and had to see the struggles of his people. And you know what I'm saying? I just don't think Kendrick like what Drake stands for as a character, as a person. I think
Mm.
he just hates. I think he just hates the way that he moves. So I mean, he of course he if he got that, he of course he gonna use the beginning to like analyze that and then tie it back to yo, I'm a fraud. Cause yeah, you are a fraud. You use blackness when it suits you. What he said, I'm light skinned, but I'm still a dark end. Like
Right. Yeah, that was
you
cringe worthy when
weapons.
he said it. It was cringe worthy
Yeah,
when he said
yeah,
it.
like bro, what you doing? Like you wearing braids and having black hairstyles when you're not really black. You just a Canadian Jew. Like
Mm.
it's a lot of stuff going. The Kendrick don't like that, so of course he gonna have some beef with him. He gonna use that first line to tie it to you a fraud. So that's the whole connection between that opening going being backwards. But I ain't gonna lie, Drake gonna have to come with something, bro. Like it's this Kendrick thing. Every time somebody dissect it, it gets worse. Like I don't know, bro. You can't go against a lyric. I keep saying all the time, Drake is a rapper, but to me, he's not a lyricist like Kendrick. Like
Mm.
there's a lot of stuff that hopefully his ghostwriters is working overtime, but I mean at this point it is what it is. And I like how Kendrick made it known like it's a 1v20. Like you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kanye, shout out to Future and Metro. They put me on that album. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Weekend and ASAP. Y'all got your stuff off, but nah, this me and you. It's not you versus them. It's not you against Future.
Yo, LM, you there? He was cooking. Yo, shout to LM. Ralph said he might pull up all cat. Yes, he said that shit water. Yo, hold on, man. I don't know what you mean by that, cause I don't know what you specifically said, but I threw the link in the chat, if I'm not mistaken. I threw the link in the chat. He did pull up. Okay, yo, yo, Bobby, what up, Bobby? That's Big Ox, Bobby. That ain't Big Ox. Yo, what the fuck?
You gotta remove. Yeah,
Yo,
you
like,
be getting
come
you be getting
on, man.
spammers. Yeah, it's some spammers. Yeah,
Yeah, like
you
I
got.
just got monetized, man. They want to pull up with this type of effery, man. Yo,
Yeah. You got to watch that, bro.
yeah,
That's why I
y'all
don't be letting
wasn't
them.
doing none of that before I was monetized, man. Before I was monetized, y'all wasn't pulling up here with these wild avatars doing the most.
I meant to tell you about that. So, one of the dudes, he got like about 200 something thousand subs. He was telling me about that. He was like, "Yo, just watch when you get monetized. You're gonna have some spammers coming up, man, and all of that. You gotta know who your regulars are and shit like that, and that type of thing." But yeah, it's weird shit going on out here, yeah, obviously. Yeah, but yeah. But what I was about to say, I did have something to say towards the track. I mean, I did listen to it a couple of more times again. I feel like like I said, man, like it was a strong play on words. I mean, I and a lot of people that's gonna dissect the track, they gonna obviously go with the obvious and say, the only talking point on Drake is basically like everything that Kendrick was saying, and everything that whatchamacallit was about to say, before that Pusha T was about to say, but the track was called Story of Adonis. So he was getting a
Hmm.
little bit more personal. I mean, we talked about this yesterday. We talked about this basically when there's a diss record going on and there's a certain disdain between two rappers, particularly in this culture. There's a thin line between personal and you know you know what I'm trying to get at. But
Yeah,
with that being said, I still think Kendrick is definitely playing he has a very very strong solid play on words on that track. I thought the track was pretty clever. I mean, if you just listen to the words of it and then
clever.
stop
Yeah,
listening to
clever is
how
a
it was
good
said.
word for it, man. Clever is a
Yeah,
real good word for it.
I thought it was well clever at how it's being displayed, because I think Kendrick is probably the perfect like wordsmith. I wouldn't. He's probably the best wordsmith for this type of battle. I mean, no pun intended to like Big Sean or Big Crit, man, because I mean, obviously when it came to them, I already know Kendrick wasn't fucking with neither one of them niggas. But
I
in this
wanted to
particular,
see that go down. I like Big Crit. I wanted
yeah,
to see that
nah,
happen.
Crit and Sean. Well, Crit had the biggest response to the track to when he got called out by Kendrick all of them years ago, when he basically called out all 10 of them, and it was only two people to respond. It was Sean and Crit. So the reality is that I personally believe that this talking point on him, I feel like Drake knows that he's being attacked, and I feel like this he's gonna have to just keep it to rap, at a certain degree, because I felt like he said everything, in the push-ups joint, bro. Like when in the push-ups joint, I felt like he said everything he could say. And I felt like Kendrick said everything he could say, man. I mean, obviously a response is a response, but at some point this is gonna get a lot more personal than it's already gotten. That's just me, bro. I mean, we just gonna see how this gonna
Yeah,
go down.
but I think again, yeah, I agree with you, bro. I will pretty much be reiterating what you just said. I ain't gonna hold you. Shout to Brockwork W chat. He said a lot of the stuff that I was gonna say too. One of the things that one of my favorite comments tonight was Um, you don't even like women. Not just saying he's gay, but you don't even respect our women. He says, "Oh, this is what I wanted to say. Uh, Drake. He questioned Drake's authenticity, and Drake can't say I got more money and women than you and beat Kendrick Lamar. So I don't know how he gonna do it. I don't know if he could do it. I think maybe Drake gotta just. I ain't saying take the J Cole route, but J Cole is somewhere like I'm glad he ain't talking about me.
Oh yeah. J Cole. I think J Cole.
J
No.
Cole
I
got
think
out
that.
of the way.
Yeah. I think J
Oh
Cole. What?
shit!
Listen, and I guess to gracefully bow out, bro, like of something. Basically, when your name was mentioned, bro, I'ma always read it as one of the saddest days in the history of our genre. You know what I'm saying? In the history of this culture. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing gonna change my mind about that. I'm standing on that forever. Like ain't I have not changed my mind on what had happened on that stage. I just hope all of them Dreamville niggas got their money back, man, for that bullshit. That's what I'm hoping, man. But to that, I will say, Aubrey, I don't think Aubrey gonna run. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whatever ghostwriters
Right
and
here.
listen, whatever ghostwriters is gonna be, working around the clock, as LM was saying. I
Working
mean,
around the clock.
yeah. If whatever ghostwriters is working around the clock, man, for lack of a better perspective, man. I mean, I think Drake is gonna have to come with something a lot more wittier, and a lot more polished and a lot more intellectual. You know what I'm saying? I think he really gonna have to dig deep within his vocal prowess and his rap,
He said his vocal
prowess.
prowess. I'm crying. Yo, hold
You
on,
know.
hold on. Let me make sure this ain't no troll, Lee. Yo,
Yo,
what up?
yo, what's up? It's Ralph, man. We be on
Ralph
Lamont
Taylor?
with y'all. Ralph that be on Lamont channel with y'all.
Oh, you talking about FYF?
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh, all
yeah.
right, all
y'all
right.
know
Nah,
me. Come
somebody,
on, y'all know me.
bro, somebody just pulled up here doing some other shit, bro. I gotta put everybody through the questions. Know what I mean? I gotta
No,
do that.
big
Don't take it
facts.
personal.
No. I'm just saying, y'all know you know me. We been on numerous Sopranos.
Okay. What's up,
Salute to
man?
y'all,
What's
brothers. Salute to y'all, brothers. Leave.
up?
Breezy,
What
thanks for having me, brother, on your platform, brother.
what's good,
What's
bro?
all good?
Congratulations for being monetized, brother.
Appreciate you.
Of
No,
course.
no doubt, man.
We
Let's get
talking
into
about
this.
we talking about we talking about Kendrick Lamar and Drake. We talking about more Kendrick Lamar's verse in Euphoria, man. Did you hear it? Did you hear the song?
Yeah, I heard it over and over. I heard them break it down, which they didn't even need to break it down because I know everything he said, like the meaning behind it. Like it's
All
the
right,
same.
go talk to me.
Right, I've been messing with Drake since Degrassi, man. I'm 32 years old, man. So I grew up in that time span when Degrassi was out in the early 2000s, 2001. Yeah, I mean,
So
so
hold on, what was the Grassy about? What's that? I never seen that show. What's that about?
so basically, like you saw Boy Meets World before, right?
Nah, I ain't watched that neither.
You never watched that. Well,
Yeah.
it was a teenage
Hold
coming to
on,
age.
that's the one with Topanga.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one with
I,
Topanga,
I
yeah.
I know Topanga is in there, and I used to like see her scenes, but I ain't know enough to follow the show. I didn't follow, but I know
Uh,
Topanga in there. I know that.
Right.
Topanga was teed up. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
Uh,
man, that's a what I mean, crushing on shorty. But what up
yeah,
though?
yeah.
So basically, Degrassi is a coming of age story from middle school and high school kids, like growing up in high school in Canada. So basically, it's that. It's like they're growing up. It's a little comic relief, but not like a real comic relief like how Boy Meets
Boy
World
Meets
was.
World
It's
is, yeah.
yeah, it's
Mhm.
a little more serious. Like
Yeah.
it's a part of the
It's
Nick and Light
definitely
manner.
it was definitely on the serious side. I knew a little bit about it. That I just chick I was messing with during the time, and she used to watch that shit a lot, man. I come out of crib. She said her and her cousin used to watch that shit a lot. That's the only reason why I remembered it, bro. I had came in. I basically had came into when the nigga got shot in the hallway, man. Like that, like so.
Yeah,
That's how
that's
I
the
got put
scene
on.
that everybody reference. Keep calling him Wheelchair Jimmy, but that's not even the synopsis of his character.
Okay, so wait, I want to know that. That's what I really want to know. What is the synopsis of Drake and his name was Jimmy in the show?
Yes, Jimmy Brooks. He was a
Okay.
star basketball athlete, star athlete, popular kid who got all the girls. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he was he was rich and like in the John, but his friends, I mean, was jealous of him because he get all the girls. You know what I mean, he basically was a playboy in high school. You know what I mean, the most popular kid, played basketball, and then he grows up. I mean, he gets shot because the dude brought a gun to school, and his friends like lied on him and said is on some Carrie type shit. Y'all seen the movie Carrie when she
Yeah,
got
yeah, yeah,
feathered?
yeah. I remember it. Yeah, I remember
So
that.
that's how he got shot. The his friend named Spinner, the white boy that was in the I'm Upset video. Remember
Yeah,
he was in the
Spinner.
car with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he so basically he and this other dude named Jay, they lied and said it was Jimmy who did it because they was on some games type math quiz competition in school. So Jimmy answered a question wrong about sports, and the boy answered it right, named Rick. And the veteran Taran got on him. He came back. Excuse me. He came back to school, right, and with the gun, and he shot Jimmy, thinking it was him, but the whole time it was his man that lied on him to take the heat off of him. So that's basically who I mean Drake was in the time.
So he was. Let me get this straight. So he was the star basketball player, got all the honeys. Somebody lied on him, say he did something he didn't do, and he got shot for it.
Correct.
That's fucked up, man.
And he was in a wheelchair paralyzed for a few seasons. He got stem cell uh, later on, and that's when he grew. He blew up in the real rap game, and he left the show.
Wow, wow. Okay. So does Degrassi so based on watching that show and seeing him become a rap artist, like what was that transition like for you as a fan, like seeing him do that?
Uh,
Did
yeah.
you think that it was like how did you do it? And you see that he rap about a lot of women and this and that. Like, did you
Yeah.
is it authenticism and who he is, or like how do you feel about that? Like, how do you feel?
So Drake. So during his like last uh break of the show, like before he really got put on by Wayne, he was dropping the mixtapes. Comeback season and what's the other drum before that? Whatever it was, I forgot. So we already knew his music, and he was dropping stuff on MySpace. Remember,
Okay,
MySpace was
you
popping
talk
at that
about
time.
very October's own, but that was after or before?
Now, comeback season and before So Far Gone, he dropped a couple of mixtapes. Damn.
He used to have some shit on MySpace. I remember.
Yeah, in that top five, top eight shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Great
remember that.
mixtapes. I thought real quick.
That shit was like back in like 08, 09.
Yeah.
I want to say like around
Yeah,
that time. Yeah.
yeah, I remember that.
Room
Yeah,
for Improvement. Yeah, that came out in '06 while he was still on the Grassy. Comeback season came out in '07, still on the Grassy. So Far Gone came out in '09 when he was on the Grassy and transitioning to really being popular in the rap scene.
yeah. No, I didn't know about him until very October's own. To be honest with you, I didn't know about Drake until then.
Okay, so yeah, Drake was popping on the scene and all that on the MySpace scene. So when he was on the Grassy, he was like rapping here and there on the Grassy, like because it was like school show and like his talent was like he was a ladies man, so he did everything. Like he rapped, he got the women, he played sports. So basically he was the playboy, like y'all said. So the transition from me was really nothing because he was doing it and showcasing, sprinkling talent from on the show to the actual real life. So I followed him, and then he got signed to my favorite rapper Wayne and them, and I was like, oh shit, that's dope. Like because like on his mixtapes, he was getting Trey songs that do the singing. So he wasn't really he was singing here and there, but like Drake said, his pop told him, why pay him to sing when you can do it yourself? So he start rapping and singing more. Like really, he was really lyric. And then at that time too, that's why I don't like when these dudes talk about the tough shit. He was really getting into it. Like before it was OVO, his record label and everything was called ATF. I mean, so he changed ATF into OVO. So he's really getting into it with Toronto dudes in real life before he was even in the mainstream rap. He was getting in with a Cardinal. Y'all know Cardinal Official?
I remember Cardinal
Yeah,
Fisher.
nah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
heard of him. I heard that was his
Nah,
first
I
beef.
remember. I remember him. He was
Yeah, that was like his second beef because he was really beefing with real Toronto dudes. Remember when the John we were like plug had to show love plug like when he was talking about the story with Kobe Bryant.
I don't remember that, but I definitely remember
Nah,
the.
I
Did it,
don't
I
remember
definitely
that.
remember the Cardinal, like the Cardinal Fisher joint.
no,
Cardinal
I'm talking
Fisher.
about like the song recently when you're like I had to show love with the plug.
Nah,
That
I really
John,
no, no.
damn,
I don't. I might have heard it, but I mean, I definitely remember. Now
when
that you
he,
brought up the Cardinal Fisher joint,
yeah,
that situation, I definitely remember that to date because Cardinal, like before Drake, Cardinal Fisher was the only person out of Toronto
facts,
that was
big
putting out
facts,
music. Like it wasn't nobody else from there. Like the Canadian scene wasn't even a thing. Cardinal Official, bro. Like a lot of people initially thought he was like from like he was repping the Isles. Like he was actually in Toronto. Like Toronto was his basically during like all the way up until Drake came out. You know what I'm saying? So that was the Toronto scene as far as music go. But I definitely remember the issue with Cardinal Official for sure.
yeah, he was doing that way before he was even mainstream, and then it spilled over to mainstream. Because, like you said, Carnell was the Drake of Toronto at that time, so he took the spot from him, and that also spilled into the streets. But the song I was talking about, Drake was referencing the time when he got robbed and all that. It was and that spilled over from the street. So and then and then Drake was like, we don't know what happened to him, the bull who robbed him, referring to like I could have got him touched. So Drake been on some tough guy, don't play with me because I'm light skinned type stuff way before he was real industry. That's why I don't like that narrative. All this narrative of his insecurities about being black and all that. That is BS. Like I said, I've been a Drake fan since his acting days. So me and the fan base and Drake been hearing this for almost 20 plus years. So all that Rick Ross white boy stuff, we've been hearing that. That's what I'm saying. Like this Kendrick stuff, it ain't nothing new. He heard it already. So that's why he's not really taking him serious, bro. He heard this stuff for 20 plus years, bro.
So
Because
let
you're
me
not
ask you,
black enough.
it begs the question: who you got in the lead right now? I said Kendrick was up 20. How you calling this right now?
I got Drake up 2-0, bro. Because
2-0.
that this why I did that because that like that was off that actually Drake been shooting at him for albums and albums. He ain't even come at him on Morals and Big Steppers, but Drake came at him on not just first person shooter, but the John when he was like, "You ain't Kobe Bryant to us," and all
All
the
right, but
like, and then Drake.
how is he up? How is he up 2-0?
First of all, AI Drake slash AI Pop slash AI Snoop had to get him out because that hurt his soul. His idol, Tupac, using Drake. Drake using Tupac flow and lightness that hurt him. They made him come out of high end because, bro, he said some deep stuff in that joint. Like you went
All
like the
right,
shower shoes and all that stuff. You said a
all right,
stratus?
hold on. All right,
Oh,
hold
go
on.
ahead.
So I'm debating you on that. Now, I disagree with you. I feel like he was begging Kendrick response because it's something that's he can't sleep at night. I don't think I think once he dropped that, he knew. Again, you got to realize everything that Drake said in that diss song, Kendrick addressed it in the song that he just dropped. There's nothing he said. He talked about the splits. He even shouted out top. Like how is Drake up 2-0 when the stuff that Kendrick is telling Drake to address, he has not addressed it. Drake got to address that euphoria. Drake got to address a lot of things that Kendrick said because he said, "Yo, I want to bet too. What's the wage? I'll double it." Like
No,
he ain't say
the
nothing
wage was
slick to
about the
Kendrick
Tupac
that he
ring.
wasn't ready for.
That
The
wage was about
Tupac
the
shit was,
Tupac ring.
bro.
The
That
ring.
Tupac shit. Listen, realistically, he ain't got no ties to Tupac. Not where he from, not where he live. That was just, and from my standpoint, like you say, you 32. I don't know how much you know about Tupac, but Tupac wouldn't approve of that, in my opinion. He wouldn't approve of because of who Kendrick is, and Kendrick even addressed that in one of the bars. In one of the bars, he addressed that. He said, "Yo, I ain't gonna let no Canadian have Tupac turn in his grave." And again, there's nothing that Drake said. It can't say nothing slick to a can of oil. Anything Drake says slick, Kendrick was ready for. I
How
don't
he
understand.
ready for it? He didn't even sound confident. And like you hear him, like he didn't sound confident. The way he
I
was
wish.
like his
Oh
cadence.
my goodness. Oh my
He was
goodness, bro.
searching for air. He didn't sound confident. He's like he got
It
one
didn't
foot
sound.
one foot
It,
in the
it,
streets and one foot on the sidewalk.
to
He's
me, it
teetering
sounded like.
tottering.
No, it seemed like in the like that video, like that song, which was only a 16 bars, or 12 bars. He basically made him come outside. Made
Wait,
him come outside.
you know why he dropped
And
like that?
hold on. Let me ask you this. Since you're a Drake fan, how do you feel about Drake having co-writers with that push up song you like so much? He had help with he had help. You know that like
Bro,
somebody was helping.
I don't believe that, bro. But you know how why he came out with like that?
What? You don't believe that? So you
No,
think I'm lying?
I don't believe that, bro.
The like that record was a future joint anyway.
I
Like,
know
but
I'm saying you know why Drake I mean Kendrick was so eager to say something to Drake. Ask me why, please.
oh wow, yeah. I mean, I'm
Just,
sure you're
just
gonna
tell
tell
us,
Because
me.
man.
Drake this why. Because Drake dissed him last year on at a concert. He said, so all these little guys coming out every 33 months or something think they doing something. Well, I'm about to drop again. Like he addressed him like that. And also this one sided thing of he been baiting Drake all this time. Drake been throwing shots right back at him on every album.
For like 13 years, for like 12
So
or
so
13
so
years.
we
About
for
I
13
mean,
years, how many albums Drake has consistently? Most of them, right? Dropping
yeah,
back to back to back to back.
probably most from like 20. If we talking about from 2011 on till now, bro, like Drake has probably had the biggest catalog out of
No,
anybody during that time.
so we get a verse from Kendrick every 33 months about Drake, while Drake is dropping consistently bars every year about him. Come on, Drake the one who's outside his window throwing rocks, ringing the door. What are we talking about? Every album is a Kendrick line. That's not the and then the Whitney line. He said that on Pop Style too about his wife.
I mean, listen, I get all of that, bro. Like from that standpoint, but with all being said, I think like in terms of just what both what both of them are appeasing to, because I think both different fan bases is all in this now. Now you got people that's basically absolutely no confidence on Drake on the Kendrick side, and you got people that's A1 confidence on Drake all the way on the Drake side. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, no matter who called who out or who did this and who did that, you could say the same thing about Hove and Nas. Hove been throwing shots at Nas for years, all the way up, and then Nas all the way up until 2001. We talking about from '96 to 2001. That's a 5 year thing, like of
And
him
he
throwing
still throws
shots.
shots at him every time. Well, not now recently, but before when Nas drop an album, he drop an album. Remember? Up
Yeah,
until
yeah, yeah, that's a
Nas
fact.
started
Yeah,
picking them beats with No ID and all them guys.
yeah, yeah. No ID, and all the primo joints and
Yeah, remember he was recently still putting
yeah,
out
yeah, yeah,
albums.
yeah. The Pete Rock joints and all of that. Yo, sampling. Sometimes the rap game remind me of the crack game. I remember all of that shit. Listen, he always had Nas on the back of his mind, bro. Like on every single album. I think that was just, to me. I thought that was just a comp thing. I thought that was more of a pure competition type thing. I mean,
But dig this, Leaf. Everything came full circle. Remember on Drake's first album, Light Up with Jay Z?
yeah, yeah, light it up with hope. Yeah, yeah, I
This is
remember.
how they gonna come at you with silly rap fuse trying to distract you. Come on, bruh.
Oh yeah,
Come
listen.
on, bruh.
I remember the line. You ain't got to tell me about.
Come
I mean,
on, bruh. He
but
been
like,
told them was haters because Drake already had haters, like I said, when he was on the grassy and putting out music. He
Yo, hold on,
already had
yeah,
haters
I'll be right
put his
back.
toe
Yeah,
in
I'll be
the
right back.
industry.
all right,
When he
but
had his toe in the industry, Leafy already had haters. And Brock work, that's quantity worth of bullshit that Kendrick just dropped.
listen. I mean, I put it to you this way: it's a lot of people that feel the way they feel about Drake. There's a lot of people that feel the way they feel about Kendrick, bro. Like, to me, I already said in terms of the battle, aspect. I mean, listen, you probably gave us more intel about Drake than anything in terms of his past, in terms of what he had
And
to
you
do.
already knew some of that past though. The
Yeah,
Cardinal
yeah,
Fresh.
I
So
already
so
knew
you
some.
knew he been tested, and they think Meek and Common was his first battle. No,
No,
no.
no, 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 no. That no, it was people before that. I knew it was people before that. But at the same time, I had listen. I had heard Kendrick throw 10 names out there before, and then two niggas came back at him with some crazy
And he
shit.
ain't say nothing.
And he didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, listen,
No more interviews.
at
They acted like that don't exist. No more interviews.
yeah. So
All he had
my
to do with hey Leaf real quick. All Kendrick said was he had a hit song and mocked his style. Shut up, little bitch. Be humble. All he did was mock his cadence.
basically, I mean, listen, but at the same time, like the way this is, I don't know how this is going to end. It seemed like it's going to probably get a little bit more initiative, bro. Like than anything, bro. Like, I mean, the last time around, bro, like Jay Prince had to step in off the whatchamacallit shit with Pusher.
Pusha T. And
Yeah,
yeah, he
yeah, yeah.
talking about some Pusha T. You want to push P, push T. Well, you ain't push Big Sean. You ain't push Big Crit. You ain't push Lupe. Lupe been asking for the smoke for years.
Oh yeah. Lupe wanted
You
him
ain't
for
push
a long
him,
time. He didn't.
but you want to push little Aubrey.
Listen,
Like, come
I
on,
look,
bro.
and you know what? I feel like this whole back and forth, bro. Like, it was something that probably should have happened years ago, but at the same
But
time,
Kendrick
bro,
kept
like,
ducking the fade, coming out every 5 years.
but at the same and at the same time, listen, the TDE shit, whatever the issues was over there, was the issues. I feel like during that same notion, you still was able to drop damn. You still was able to drop,
Right.
to kiss a butterfly. You still was able to drop
No, it's called the Pimp
other
the
shit.
Black Community album because that's what
Yeah,
he does.
hey, look, I ain't even getting too deep into it. I'm kind of fringe with it, like, cause it's one of them things. It's the one. These is one of them joints that's putting me to sleep.
My uncle, hey Leaf, my uncle, my auntie, my uncle, my auntie. That's all he said on the last album. My uncle's my auntie. Like, come on, bro. You a trendsetter. You a trending guy. You look at what's trending in the social aspect of the media, and you cling on to that, and that's your album synopsis. You know what I
I
mean? That's the theme of
mean,
your album. What's going on in Black America?
I
You's a,
mean,
you know what I mean? You's a race chaser, but you're talking about you hate him because he's light skinned, but and biracial. Hey, Kendrick, your wife is biracial.
hey
Kendrick,
man,
Kendrick. Why Drake is next to Sexy Red? He's standing next to a black queen, a chocolate queen. Why you don't have a chocolate queen? Bria Miles
uh,
was a chocolate queen. Serena Williams was a chocolate queen.
yeah,
Rihanna was a chocolate queen. But
and what
Kendrick,
and ASAP the people that do the outside shots is the funniest to me because I feel like that the same issues that was talked about with Drake is the same issues that he been dealing with, bro. Like since he had one toe in the game,
yeah.
and I think that and the fact that
Hi, Whitney.
and I feel like the fact that it's and I feel like the fact that it seems more repetitive, but that's his success is nothing to go at. You only have that talking point.
Yeah, the biracial talking point. Like he chose who his mom and dad was. But you did, Kendrick. You chose who your wife was, your biracial wife. And then you talking about first of all, Drake was not rich because the grassy. Then he already told the story how they wasn't paying him on the grassy. So and he used to live in his mom's basement, bro. Like that was his room. He didn't have a real room.
Right.
Like he was struggling too. That's what people just keep lying and say he was this suburban kid. No, he wasn't. He was on a TV show, bro. But broke. How many child actors you know was living a high style on TV but was broke in real life?
Very few. Probably little to none,
And I'm saying,
if
don't.
anything.
I'm talking about like you on TV, but they broke in real life as a kid.
Shit, if you name one, you lucky. Like I
What do you
mean,
mean?
like
Steve Urkel and them wasn't making money as a kid.
well,
A
I
lot
mean,
of them,
yeah,
a lot of them.
that's why I was saying very little to few, but I don't know the whole background of that. The fact of the matter is that like I think this shit to me, this shit ain't going like this whole back and forth to me ain't going nowhere. It's one of them things. It's like, all right, yo, bro, like y'all niggas basically. I mean, and not throwing Drake name up in it because he actually said the name in for actual or going over a decade. But at the same time,
Right.
if a nigga wait 30 something, if a nigga wait a year and a half or 2 years to basically come, I'm like, yo, bro, like that's past writer's block.
Yo, ain't
That's
this
way
crazy how
past
they
writer's
all
block.
teamed up against him? It really is a 1 versus 20, bro. Because everybody who had something against Drake got a number 1 from him, got a hit
Yeah,
record from him.
I mean,
Like he
yeah.
said on Revenge, how I'm not from down here, you let me run around here. That's why they mad. That's why they really mad. Let's
Yo,
really talk
boy.
about it. But nobody but only New York people like y'all got mad when Kendrick said he the king of both coasts. And the East Coast dudes like us. You know what I mean? We the only ones
I
really got
mean,
mad. Everybody else applaud that. Yeah, he's bringing hip hop back. No, that's disrespectful like a motherfucker. Because New York is the home of hip hop. Philly is the second home of hip hop, bro. The East Coast run hip hop and made hip hop. So how you gonna talk about our coast? How you gonna talk about y'all city like that? We the only ones was mad. Everybody else around the whole U.S. applauded. Yeah, Kendrick, you bringing hip hop back. No, nigga, you're disrespectful to the founding fathers of hip hop, nigga.
I
But they
mean,
all glazing him.
I definitely was off Kendrick, bro. When that shit had was said, bro. I was just like, I mean, listen, I was just to me, bro. Like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it five, man. All of these niggas is mid to me. Like they don't represent my brand of it, bro. They don't represent like a lot of the shit, man. That I come up off of,
Right,
bro.
he
Like, I
talking about you
mean,
speaking for the culture. That's a lie, bro. Everybody had girl problems.
I mean, I
So
already, I
so
already, I already told Breezy. I already told Breezy, like weeks ago when the shit first popped off with the like that record. I was like, man, like to me, all three of these niggas is mid to me, bro. Like I ain't really. I'm
Yeah.
not. I've never had Drake, Kendrick, or Cole. I mean, as lyrical as they could, as Cole can be. I mean, I guess for whatever, like I guess whatever appeasingness, bro, like that Aubrey or Kendrick could bring to an audience, bro. I never really had them niggas A1 on my playlist, bro. I never really did, bro. Like to me, I kind of just listened to the record and I'm like, is this shit really going anywhere, bro?
right, how
I'm
you
like,
the king of hip hop and you come out once in a blue moon, bro? That don't make
Yeah.
sense. You gotta be consistent, bro.
I think realistically the disdain for Drake is just it's
It's
so
nasty.
it's always been the same shit. It's always been obvious. I wouldn't even say it's nasty. I wouldn't even say this and that the third, bro. Like people feel how they gonna feel. Everybody got their feelings towards it. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell people how to feel. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, bro, I feel like it's the same point. It's the same points of
So
speech.
right. So let me add. I want to ask. So how much does subject matter count in being the best in the rap game? Like you got to rap
Today it don't
about
mean
more than
shit.
money. Cause look, cause Biggie said money, hoes, and clothes. All the nigga knows. And when he said it back then, it was hot. So I just think that a lot of times conscious rappers was getting knocked, but you'll get rappers like Common Sense that'll be dope on the conscious side. And I think that's what Kendrick
Right.
tries to do. He tries to mix the conscious rap with the, you feel what I mean? Like
I
Hey,
he's
I
trying
hey,
to
hey,
mix
Drake
conscious
told
rap with.
Drake already told that
I
nigga
got
on
I
100
gotta
though.
I gotta put an explanation to this. Like the conscious rappers and the quote unquote backpack rappers. Like the thing
Uh-huh.
is, in the 90s, in the 90s, the late 2000s, mid 2000s, all the way up until I say maybe 2007, 2009, when basically street niggas stopped selling records, bro. Like they didn't really like they voices was mid. They voices was minimal. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why their voices was minimal because the rap genre and the hip hop genre was still New York based and it was still out of the street base. You know what I'm saying?
Big
Like
fact.
if it, you know what I'm saying? Like listen, I don't give a shit what album that you put in that time. Nothing was touching Get Rich or Die Trying. Nothing was touching Blueprint One. Nothing was touching shit like Gangsta and Gentlemen and shit like that, bro. These
Except
are shits.
Kanye flipped the whole music on his
I
head.
I would say Kanye. I say Kanye had something to do with it, but at the same time, I don't think it was him alone. I just think it was the cadence of all right, yo. I like all the beef is done, all the street shit is done, bro. Like niggas ain't really have nothing to do all after the fact. I
But not,
noticed that.
but listen,
I know,
but all right,
and
so,
hold up, and I'm gonna land the plane by saying this. I noticed that, bro, when Jay had went back to had got the CEO back to Def Jam, and then a lot of niggas basically had figured, yo, Jay was doing basically primal shit by trying to move a lot of niggas out. That was basically that New York scene at that time. 50 was probably the only person in New York that
Yeah,
that
that he
could do
couldn't touch.
yeah, that could basically do 1.5 mil in like a short week, 1.5 like 5 mil in a year with Get Rich or
It-
Die Trying and a
yeah,
massacre, bro. He was probably the only person that he couldn't touch. New York hip hop was basically being killed by New York hip hop artists because we was
yeah.
always beefing with ourselves. East Coast shit was being killed by our own people, our own background, our own self. We was
But
basically self
Kanye and
destructing
Wayne
ourselves.
took flipped the game on his head, and then you had the
I'm
Ti and Jeezy come after them.
Yeah. I mean, you can
right.
say that. I mean, Kanye, Wayne, all them Atlanta niggas, all them niggas from down south, the Atlanta scene basically run it now, and it's not something that we, like our is. Whether you from New
But hold
York, New
on,
Jersey, or
but
Philly, we don't really take this shit seriously. That's why this shit is laughable to me. Like this
now,
kid,
hold on. I want to say I like the emergence of the quote unquote backpack rapper, not necessarily the conscious rapper, but not necessarily the gangster rapper, the backpack rapper, the kind of guy that you can relate to. You know what I mean? I
Well,
like
like
Kanye
Joey
West.
Badass type.
I like Lupe Fiasco. I like Kanye West. I like how Kanye West he had different subject matter too. Cause again, growing up, you know what I mean. You're not gonna always be the guy that get the most hoes. You ain't gonna always be calling my language. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna always be the guy that get the girl. You're not always the guy that dudes rapping about getting rejected by a girl. One of my favorite songs I think was by Farside. That shit, what was the name of this song? For the life of me, I can't remember this song. Oh my god! But basically, he said, "I had to let her go." She keep passing me by. There you go. That's the name of the song. She keep passing me by. So case in point is, I like the rappers that know how to rap about more than money, hoes, and clothes. I respect that though. It's not like I don't. I respect it, but I need to hear more, especially if I'm gonna consider you the best. The best? Oh yeah, you gotta rap more than money, hoes, and clothes, bro. Because anybody could do that. You know what I mean? Yo, I even when I was rapping, I was so serious, and this is how I know too. Another thing about having a palette or a broad vocabulary or knowing how to incorporate other words people won't use. And the first time they heard you use like tote, when Biggie said, "Oh my tote," I'm like, "What the hell does tote mean?" Like, oh, that means carry. Oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, so again, I just like a broad vocabulary. But if you just rhyme, your whole rhyme pattern is on the nigga or bitch, part of my language, don't demonetize me or whatever. Like, if it's just on that, then it's corny. Like, you gotta be able to use other words besides those. Like, yeah, respectfully, it's gonna be in hip hop, but I need more than that, especially if I'm gonna consider you the best. So again, my criteria for who's the best may be different from a lot of other fans, bro. I don't know if we the same kind of fans when we deciding who's the best, what they gotta do, because it ain't just about money. If you're saying you're the best what? The best rapper or the best artist? Like what which one is it? Because if we talking Drake and Kendrick Lamar and who's the best battle rapper, it's Kendrick, man.
How when he never battled against anybody, bro? He's not
I'm
battle
talking.
tested.
All right, so in this one, again, I told you I
Sean
got
and Crit
Kendrick in
went
the
at him,
lead.
bro. He ain't say shit, bro.
And Lupe. Come on, bro. Stop it.
Okay.
You can't.
These is
So
all facts.
you saying he ain't perfect. He ain't take every battle. You basically
He never
saying.
All I'm
battle.
saying
This
was
is the only battle. That's why Drake.
three
Go ahead,
niggas
brother.
wanted to smoke, bro. He ain't say shit.
That's why Drake said, no, 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 on the
So
AI
hold on,
John. We
you
following
don't
through
think
this time. Come on, bro.
you don't think some of the times that he should take the high road because he just you a puppy out here. I'm a
Wait,
big
how
dog
Lupe
type
a
shit.
puppy when Lupe was one of the greatest rappers at that time, bro?
So Lupe came at him basically. So you say he should have applied to Lupe.
And Big Sean and was a hot rapper at that time, one of the best at that time. Come on, bro. We not gonna act like Big Sean wasn't the
Okay.
shit back then.
No, 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 no. All right. So Lupe, Big Sean, and who else you said?
Big Crit, he named Big Crit on Control. So how he not on his level?
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I agree. I think he should have rebuttal all three of those rappers that came for him. And I ain't going for front like I'm not a big fan of Big Sean. I like his verse. I like his lyrics. I said I watched him on a tiny desk like a month ago. I downloaded it. It shit is dope. He got his music collection, his body of work, his rap, his discography, if you will. Yeah, man, he nice. I ain't gonna lie. I like Big Sean. I'm a fan of Big Sean. I would have liked to see Kendrick and him in a know what I'm saying rap battle. That'd have been fire. But nah, he ain't do that. He ain't do
Yeah,
that.
Drake said, no, 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 you following through this time, bro. That's why I had to bring AI
I'm
Tupac because it hurt your
Nah,
soul. Tupac
nah,
coming at
I
you
ain't,
like
I
nah.
ain't
that.
going.
How you
I'm
gonna
not.
justify
Listen,
AI Tupac?
He said,
the AI
we need
Tupac,
you. You the
the
West Coast savior. Come on, bro. That
the
hurt his
AI
soul.
the
See
AI
why he can't
Tupac
say that
to
himself?
me,
Why he ain't had to do the AI Tupac, bro? He
the
Yes,
could have
AI
he.
just said
Tupac
that
me to
himself.
that shit didn't make no sense to me, bro. That shit was just like, whatever, bro.
But
Like
Kendrick had
my
Pac
thing.
would,
a
I don't even
conversation
think
on his
Pac wouldn't
album
have
with
did that to
Tupac,
Kendrick.
and
Pac
that
wouldn't even did
glazed
that.
that.
Yo, Pac ain't even did that to Kendrick. Pac ain't even did that to Kendrick,
All
bro.
right, and Pac would not have a fake ass interview of Kendrick on his album that Kendrick did, piecing things together. Come on, bro. But when he do it, it's all fun and games. But when I do it, everybody want to get mad because I'm
Listen,
from Canada and I'm light skinned.
I put it to you this way, bro. Like I think this shit then came too far to one of them things. It's like if it's a nigga that basically knew he was gonna get status a long time ago. Not to really shit on Drake's like success or anything or nothing like that, but like like uh like Ralph was saying, bro, like he had to deal with this shit before he was even like mainstream body in the genre. In terms of, and now I get it in terms of appeasing to like a certain different audiences and shit, bro. Like a lot of people would see that, as his branching out, all that type shit, whatever. This, that, and the third, man. Niggas gonna do what they gonna do, but at the same time, this battle to me, bro, to me is fruitless. Like it just it's one of those. It's one of those things, bro. Like I realize, bro. Like I got a different mind for the shit, bro. Because I listen to like this shit, and then to be like, damn, he's all right, man, whatever. And then I listen to Bobby or SP or SP a Kiss versus Beans or some shit, and then I'm like, I still listen to that shit to this day, even though these niggas passed it up. I'm like, God
Hey,
damn,
Leaf.
you
This is
know what I'm saying?
Kendrick and Rick Ross is so fruity. They're body shaming Drake. Talking about he got a BBL, he got abs. That's so
I don't
fruity.
even want to. I don't even want to get into that shit,
Come
bro. Like,
on, bro.
I don't even want to get into that shit. The
Gossip
fact,
girls. Come
the
on, bro.
fact that Ross jumped in it, bro. Like, it
Yo,
just tells me,
crying.
Boy, Wayne
nah,
Scott
nah,
got
nah.
the nerve,
But
bro.
the,
When
I
you
would
got a
say,
whole toupee on your head.
yeah, yeah. I would say the fact that Ross even jumped in it was comedy to me, bro. Like, I feel like he didn't had. I feel like he had that shit laying around for
Hey,
a
don't let
minute.
him
I ain't
call
gonna.
50 and tear you up again, Officer Ricky. Hey, Tia told me. Remember that song?
Yeah, I remember it.
Come
But
on,
like,
Ross.
I like, yo, bro. Like Ross. I'm like, why is Ross even saying anything, bro? I'm like, my
Right. He
nigga,
was
bro.
that same
Like,
white boy you actually get a #1 from.
I'm like, man, a lot of y'all niggas done did records with this nigga, bro. If y'all felt this way, why wasn't this shit said years ago? Why wasn't this shit being
Facts.
planted years ago? Why wasn't this shit
Nah, but
being
Leaf, that's what I'm saying. I
aesthetic
don't
years ago?
Leaf, that's what I don't like about Rose verse. I don't like that it came that fast. Like, damn, you just had that in the stash, big dog. Like,
Yeah, he been thought about this. He was just waiting to
nah,
jump out the
that
window.
shit was
I'm
already
like, bro. I'm
written.
like, bro. If it took a nigga, to call another nigga to go, get on the track with another nigga for you to put out your shit, bro. Like my thing is like, yo, you had this shit. Where was it? Where was this shit? This is like, to me, this is like the all of the smoke that LeBron fans got against Jordan. Where was all of this energy all of this years ago? Where was all of this? Yo,
Facts.
Jordan was getting this and Jordan was getting that all of these years ago. Y'all decided to dig to make another nigga make another nigga bigger than basically the nigga that's been a staple since 1998. You know what I'm saying? Or since, or in Drake's case, since motherfucking Take Care. Like if
Or
you if
thank me later.
I was what I'm just saying Take Care because I personally thought and I'm not a Drake fan, bro, like at all, by no stretch of the imagination. But I personally thought Take Care was probably the most authentic version of Drake. I listen, that's just to me. That's just my personal
Okay.
opinion. But I mean, I thought that was the most authentic version of Drake, man. I don't think anybody could go back to that project and say, yo, he was culture vulturing or anything that you say that's typical about Drake. If you go back to that project, you can't use the word culture vulture. You can't use the word yo, he appeasing to this or appeasing like that shit was all him. Like it wasn't nobody around
Hey,
to say you was culture vulture
facts.
because it was 2012. It wasn't nobody around to say, yo, he was biting off of this person or whatever, because he been doing records with Riri. You
Yeah, and
can't say
he was giving niggas their #1s too at that time.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess you know, in retrospect, this is at the time where because Wayne had said it, you could put Drake on the damn chorus, brother, and
Yeah,
the
he
shit
said
was
we gonna
going
be all right if we got
like
Drake on every
just like
hook.
you hook, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I mean, that shit wound up being true because within the time from Thank Me Later and Take Care, which was what 2010, 2012, and then
Yeah.
2013 came around. Guess what happened in 2013? Good Kid, Mad City came around. You know who was on Poetic Justice? Drake. So
Yep.
my
He
thing
could
is,
Yeah,
so
not
my
be the. Oh, go ahead, brother. Sorry.
yeah,
so
nah,
my thing is like I feel like niggas is wasting their time doing some shit that is basically a 10-year delay. It's basically a decade delay, bro. Like, where was this shit a decade ago?
Yeah, with that 4 year diss track, Kendrick, that everybody was hyping up, saying you got this in the vote.
I don't know, but I'm gonna be honest. It looked like that's the only thing we got. Far as battles, because at least you waiting for the response. Nobody's waiting to see what happens with Quavo. He's already done.
And
Chris Brown,
please, I don't even
this
want
Hey,
to hear that
Breezy
shit.
no,
already trending up.
hold on. Let me say this. He dropped one song, and then nobody came to Quavo show, bro. It's over with, bro. Like, listen. So I mean, yeah, a few people was there, but the way that it looked like a arena. It looked like it was like a stadium. Like this shit was grand. Like a big uh it was just like a
Yeah,
place
like
that could
Paul.
hold thousands of people. And it only looked like hundreds of people was there.
No, it didn't even look like 100. It looked like it was 60 people on the floor and like
Word.
3 people on the stage. I mean, in the
On
stands.
like on the stands and everything. But I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like the Migos, like listen, R.I.P. to old boy, but the Migos niggas done fell apart real quick, man. Like that shit was just left, all the way left, bro. Like
And
I
they
ain't gonna
doing
lie, since
clubs for bags, man, right now.
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
I mean, listen, I mean, I think with the run that they done had together when it was all three of them, bro. Like, listen, R.I.P. to old boy, but yeah, man, yeah, that shit looking bad, man. Niggas got light skinned niggas calling them out, man, left and right, and saying shit, bro. I'm like,
Yo, yeah,
niggas
yo, hold
grown.
on. Yeah, nah, that hold on. Yeah, I just want to say rest in peace, Takeoff too. And we let's just get to the pre-cap for tomorrow night game. I'm about to close out. But yeah, I call it. I think it's 2-1. But Leaf, he don't care. Uh,
Well, I don't care about what. What's
Ralph,
up, man?
He said Drake won. I'm winning. I said Kendrick is up. So the fans say it's one. It's a tie. You know what I'm saying? Leaf don't care either way. All right. So tomorrow the games, Leaf. So let's start with you. Who you want to see win? Knicks or Philly?
I mean, bro, like if we gonna
Not
be
not who you
honest,
want to see win, but who you think gonna win.
but if, I ain't gonna lie, I gotta use my mind on this, bro. The Knicks should be able to close that out. I think they fumbled at the 1 yard line. I think they gonna learn their lesson. They gonna close this thing out, man. That should the Sixers ain't had no business winning that fucking game at all. Well,
Man, Maxie
realistically,
was stupid.
if you want to say that the Knicks ain't had no business winning the game too, you could say that as well. But I mean, what's done is done. Um, uh, I
He
don't know
said,
what's going. Yeah, what's done is done. I mean, but real rap. Listen,
No, hold on. I just want to say,
hold on. Let me I'm gonna land the plane. Hold
good,
on, I'm laying.
good.
I
I
was
just
gonna.
want to add to what you said. I don't wanted you to keep talking about. I remember the 2 minute report, and that's why I was laughing because what's done is done. They missed the call in game two,
Right.
and that's what's done is done. In fucking game four, they said Maxi traveled and that three shouldn't have counted. Like, but what's done is done. I was saying they need to fix this shit, man. But
Listen,
whatever.
I
Go
look.
ahead,
These
Lee.
refs don't know
Go
what
ahead,
they
Lee.
doing, bro. It's clear as day. But I don't know what's going on in Philly right now. But they was outside. They was outside Wells Fargo Arena screaming "F Joel and B." I don't know, but listen, and no pun intended, but I know how Philly fans could get, bro. Not just with the Sixers, but with the football team as well, and any other team in that city, bro. Like, cause I've been there. You know what I'm saying? So I already know how they the demanding they could be, man, and they basically want perfection, down the line. But The Knicks is basically playing another home game. I don't give a shit what Dr. J was tweeting. I don't give a shit what AI was tweeting, bro. Like them niggas ain't coming out there to see that shit. They ain't coming out there to see a half faced man, basically get his ass whooped.
Damn,
You know
it's
what I'm
like
saying?
that.
Like, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, I mean, I don't really want to say it like that. I will give Joel all the credit in the world for at least standing on two in this series, bro. Like, I'm like, but even though Yacht one leg to play on and a half a face, but I mean, I know that
Damn,
Philly,
this
I
man
know the
got
Philly.
Bell palsy. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I know the Philly, but I know the mainstream Philly fan base is gonna dog him, bro, just because he lost anyway, and because of the history of it. And I know that, bro. Like, listen,
Oh,
it's
I
nothing.
know that.
Yeah, okay, all right. So there's nothing. It's nothing to get around. So the Knicks is basically playing two more home games, bro. Like if this series go on, they playing another home game. Going to Philly to play another home game, man. Them niggas done tore up the ticket. Them niggas done got in there. They done made their way in the building because they couldn't make their way in the building in Madison Square Garden because all the fucking celebrities done took up the spots. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they made their way in Philly, bro. The only two celebs in there is AI and Dr. J. And them niggas is gonna corral them and make a whole bunch of noise when Joel get the ball, and they gonna boo them niggas in their own stadium. They gonna win the game. It's just that simple. Now the second game, who the second game, Breezy?
Uh, the second game I think is fucking the Cleveland and Orlando.
Oh, shit, damn. Oh, damn,
Yo,
Orlando.
fucking Cleveland only won by 1 point.
They did. But I
I
mean,
yo, did you see how that happened? I didn't see
I
how
did,
how
I
they
didn't,
scored by
I
1 point.
didn't, I didn't. That game was on NBA
Oh,
TV. I
fuck.
don't have NBA TV, bro. I got the app because I be doing shit on my phone, but I got the app. I should have watched that game on the damn PlayStation, bro. Like I wasn't even thinking right, bro. I should have watched the game on PlayStation, but Orlando. I thought Orlando did figure out something in the series. I think they could. I think this shit gonna go 7. I got Orlando in it. I got Orlando winning that game, and it's gonna come back to Cleveland and for game 7, bro. I got Orlando to win that. I'm not 100,000% confident in it, but I got Orlando. I'm picking Orlando, and I'm picking the Knicks to close it out, and I'm picking Orlando to bring it back to Cleveland for 7.
Hmm. Okay. Shit. I think OKC waiting for the Clippers or Mavs to win. The Lakers don't play. I'm sorry. The Denver Nuggets don't play the Wolves until Saturday. Um, Ralph, how you feel about those two games? You want to speak on any of those two games?
Yeah, man. I don't know what you're talking about, Leaf. It's not a home game this time, man. We pulling up. We
You
throwing
sure
y'all
it
out
ain't,
the.
bro? Yeah, come on. Don't
We
say that
throwing
shit, and
y'all out
then
the
I
building. We telling y'all to
don't
go to Xfinity Live
hold up. Wait,
to the
Ralph.
ball,
Don't
man.
say that shit, bro. And then I turn on the TV, and then these niggas, then you got a whole bunch of niggas in blue and orange instead of blue and white and red,
You
bro.
know
Like I
what?
don't.
You know what? I'm mess around, go to the game just because of you, bro. I live right down the street from the Wells, bro.
All right,
Don't tempt me, man. Don't
all
tempt me.
right, all
Yo,
right. I
yo,
mean,
go to
shit.
the game and pull back
Go
up
to
on
the
the
game.
stream, bro.
Don't
Go to the
tempt me,
game.
Leaf.
Go to the game. I'm looking for niggas. But I listen. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Listen, I went to 1-6's home game. It was on a bus trip when the Nets second season in Brooklyn, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That I think that was the last year that I had Drew Holiday and Thaddeus Young. I think that was the year that Bynum was robbing y'all niggas, bro. Like he was
100 mil.
yeah, he had 100 million in pocket. That nigga was in a bowling alley, bro.
And yeah, Lucky Strikes downtown.
We were supposed to be up high. We ended up coming down, bro. Like, cause niggas wasn't even in the building, bro. I'm like, yo, where those
Hey, that was
sixes
the
been?
good
Where the
old
nigga with the
times, Leaf.
where the
We
nigga with the
can't even
color
do that.
afro and shit? I'm like,
We can't even do that now. Security too tight.
yeah. That was a while ago. I want to say that was 2013, 2012 around that time. But I mean, listen,
So hold on.
y'all
Leaf,
can't let y'all
Leaf,
can't let them tangerine niggas take over y'all building,
right,
bro.
no,
Y'all
no,
can't
Leaf,
do that.
let them call it. So okay, you feel like Philly gonna win, but how does Philly win this game? You sure Embiid ain't tired, man? Like what's going on, man? Like
It's
how you
gonna be by
calling it, man?
like 8, 9 points, bro.
Okay.
And B finally get the rest.
Hold
I
on,
stay
hold on.
around.
What's the point margin for the win loss between the Philly and the Knicks? Because there's been some real close games. All of them been single digits. You said 8-9. That's close to 10.
Yeah, man, that's what it's gonna be, man. Close to 10 points. And B gonna sit down probably around 3 minutes. He finally can rest.
Wow.
And Maxie gonna take us home. I got Tobias having like 14 to 17.
That nigga there can't be trusted, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nigga said to buy, and the Ralph know what I'm talking about too, bro. Like he ain't even. That's why I ain't gonna say shit, bro. Like you know that nigga can't be trusted. He
Hey, your
know
man
it.
Josh Hart ain't getting all them rebounds. That's my guy. I know, and I also know why you say it feel like home because them three used to play in the Wells. Josh Brunson and DiVincenzo in college.
Basically, yeah. They
So
used
that's
to,
why you
yeah.
said it was a home.
That's
I
not
mean,
why I said it was a home game. I said it was a home game because them niggas basically stole the tickets, bro, and game up in the building. Like I'm
yeah, but
seeing it. I'm
they
seeing
play in the Wells when they in Villanova. That is their home though.
nah. But I'm saying that listen, going back to game 3 and game 4, the 2 home games I had, them niggas was basically in the building, bro. I'm seeing tangerine niggas like crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, hold up. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm dead seeing people closer to AI and Dr. J, dead ass with Nick Gear on, bro. I'm like,
That's
what is
because y'all had
happening?
them buses in New York and loading people up, bro. Come on now, we know how y'all do.
No, all
Buses
right.
in
So
New York, bro.
hold on, y'all. I'm finna close out. Hold on. I want to say shout out to Ralph for pulling up to the panel. Shout out to
Thanks,
Lee.
brother, for having me, man. Both of y'all
Yeah,
brothers.
definitely, bro. Yeah.
Appreciate
It's
y'all.
all.
I'm gonna get
Yeah,
going. I gotta charge the phone. I'm hollering.
all right, but subscribe to Leaf
Salute, bro.
3788.
I'm already
And
subscribed to both of y'all. Salute to y'all, brothers. Thanks.
all right, anytime, man. Yeah, shout to everybody that pulled up. Shout to the chat. Please subscribe to the YouTube page wherever you watching us at. Watching me at. Shout to all the Nets fans. You know we the best fans. And yeah, man, I got Kendrick in the lead. I got Philly beating the Knicks. I got Orlando winning that game in a single digit game. And I'll be back to recap it all, man. Y'all know that, man. I appreciate y'all. Facts. Hold on, man. You gotta close out to this song with me and Jay. This shit is tough. All right, peace out.
Block party, claps and double digits. Got the Barclays clicking, the whole block is with it. Left a lot on the table, now we coming to get it. The shit one's gone, we too Brooklyn strong. Can't stop, won't stop from the Brooklyn block. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, 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 B-R-O-O-K. We wildin', okay, we wildin', okay, we wildin'. Just give me the ball, I'm fitting to score next. My J is all net, me and Jay just all next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Make you watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the Nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too. And when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. The stir that or Millie rock like a fan do. That's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel.